the trackpad, but I will push through. Live on everything. Hello and welcome to Skyrim. We have some things on the plan for today. Got the final descent going into Raven Rock Mine. We've got maybe Colbium Barrow, another place I want to find on Solstheim. But first, I installed a mod. And that mod will give me quest markers for the pages of Jib's Opus in the Soul Cairn. Since I'm going back to the Soul Cairn, I feel like it would be fitting to go see how Serana is doing. She hangs around Fort Dawnguard all the time. At least when she's not with you. Let's see if we can find her. If I'm not mistaken, that should not work anymore. But I don't remember when we last talked to her. Here we go.
There you are. I'm back.
You're not a vampire anymore?
All clean. I feel like I can breathe again for the first time since I was turned. The world is alive. And so am I, for once.
Come with me.
Thought you'd never ask.
So we have
Oh, what is it?
non-vampiric Serana with us now. Which of course means she can't turn us into a vampire anymore. But I do still have that saved just before entering the Soul Cairn for the first time. So I can have a vampire rampage. All the quest markers are kind of pointing, in the middle of
I'm no fan of the
nowhere.
sun, but it would be better than this.
But once we go into the Soul Cairn, it should point me right to them. Alright. I didn't look up the location of the other Reaper gems, and to be honest, I don't really care to. It's not really that special to begin with. So one of the pages was right here near the entrance. Now that I know that I need to hit these to open up the door, I can easily get in there. Black soul gem in that holder. And let's move on towards the next one. Earlier today I installed this mod so that I could do this.
Where'd you come from?
On the ground here, we got a bone man currently crawling out of the ground right in front of me. Serana, even as not a vampire, is still a powerful magic user.
I still remember how to fight. I still remember how to fight. What now?
Take the sulfur. Coin purse. Take everything. Take a few things at least. Alright. So 3 pages left. I'm basically only going to fight the undead if they get in my way. Let's go up here and access the other half of the Soul Cairn. While we were here, we will go back to where we found Valerica before. Oh no, it's on the other side. Come on. I would have known that at one point. I have found all of these without quest markers on several occasions. I do not recommend doing so. If you have access to mods, then by all means, do it and save yourself some trouble here. Let's go ahead and bring our back out. Save myself a little bit of time. My stream title and what I told people I would be doing during my next stream was all about Solstheim. So I want to get through here as quickly as possible so I feel like less of a liar. But I did also say that eventually I would come back here. So that helps. Alright, just sitting on the ground over here. Grab a page, a couple soul gems, why not? Artifact probably disappeared. It's probably been about the allotted summon time for him. I also considered, but did not, coming in off screen and enchanting some gear with fortified smithing so that I could, or making fortified smithing potions, one or both, to try and get my damage with two-handed weapon and resistance with the resistance with heavy armor improved, but I decided not to. Which doesn't mean I'm not going to take some time during this stream or an upcoming stream to finish leveling alchemy and enchanting, because they're both quite valuable. Alright, so one page left. Right over here. We don't really have a good map of the Soul Cairn. A good local map of it, that is. Alright, that's where we need to go after this. Looks like it's in here somewhere. Oh. Hello, Genevieve. Alright. I have all the pages. What's up, buddy?
Speak if you have aught to say worth the listening.
I've summoned you twice. But of course, in general, you're still trapped here. You helped me kill some Stormcloaks. I'm working on a clip of that. Alright, let's come into the boneyard and find Valerica. Should be standing over here, I imagine. She'll be in here somewhere. Valerica's a vampire still. Where is she? Was she outside and I just walked past her? Maybe she could go over to the stream. Ah, she's over here.
You appear to have something on your mind. What is it?
I could use help with the crystals around here?
Absolutely. I've spent a great deal of time perfecting an extract that increases the potency of soul husks. If you wanted to bring some to me, I'd be happy to provide you some of the extract. It should help resist the draining aura of the crystals. I'd say 5 of them would be enough.
Harkon is dead.
What? Are you certain?
He died by my hand.
Then I see nothing preventing my return to Tamriel. Allow me to gather some of my things, and I'll head back to Castle Volkihar. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
So in time we'll be able to
I
return to
can't
Castle
imagine living
Volkihar.
here, or being dead.
I'll
here,
return
or
to Castle Volkihar
whatever they
as soon
call
as
it.
I'm finished gathering my things.
You seem to be in quite a hurry to do so. Alright, so on my way out, I will stop by the Soul of Saint Jib and give him pages of his opus. It'll be nice to clear those from my inventory. In addition to installing this mod, I reinstalled the Lawbringer mod that I've been trying to claim dungeons with. So I'll stop by one of those dungeons to see if reinstalling the mod fixed it.
You did it. You have all of my pages.
Here's all of the pages.
Finally. I never thought I'd see these again. These pages meant the world to me. Thank you.
So now what?
Now Volume 2 begins. What else?
I'll be off then.
Oh, wait a moment. Here, I want you to have these before you go. A pristine copy of my first volume. Only one in print, actually. And take this as well. Seeing as St. Jib has ascended to pure spiritual form, I won't need it any longer.
So, it removes all 10 pages. Page 5 removed, page 6 removed, page 7 removed, page 8, page 9, and page 10. And it has St. Jib's Opus and Locket of St. Jib. Select anything. Make active. So we have now in books, instead of the 10 pages, we just have the opus. Which is not as long as I thought it was. And then the Locket of St. Jib. Carrying capacity increased by 50 points increases your stamina by 50 points. It's a very nice locket. Also worth noting, it's a locket that is light armor and has an armor rating. I was actually wearing the dragon scale stuff in here. It's not giving me a quest marker to leave. Showing me the way out. Well, I'm on the wrong side of the soul cairn to exit. So first I need to get to the other side. Other side of the big wall. Once I've done that, I should have no trouble finding the way out. I'm more than a little lost right now, though. This seems to be the path. Or a path. Border of the area. Even a horse doesn't make the travel a whole lot faster if you're lost. over there is the boneyard. The other side of the Solstheim is this way. And from this I can see the way that leads out. Meantime, I'm opening my stream manager and the chat so I can get rid of that. Okay.
I was sure I heard something.
Thank you, Arva. Alright, so in the future I'll probably make one last return to Castle Volkahar to see what Valerica has been up. Oh, she's leaving right now.
It might take decades to restore the castle to its former glory. But I appear to have plenty of time. As you've been... You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
What will you do now?
Well, I think it's time I got back to my work as an alchemist. The Soul Cairn will offer a unique opportunity to continue my studies, and I intend to complete my research. In the meantime, if there are any potions you might need, feel free to help yourself.
I'll save before I even ask for this.
I understand what you did for my family, but the prophecy never sat well with me, and I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry.
So, with Valerica not feeling comfortable giving them to you, and Serana no longer being a vampire who can give them to you, if you allow Serana to cure herself of vampirism, you cannot get blood-cursed arrows anymore. But, I mean, if you didn't side with the vampires in the first place, why would you even need them? Okay, I'm going to take a quick stop by my house to drop off the things that I collected, and then we will be making our way back to Solstheim, and I will be going into Raven Rock Mine, as I said I would. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with Reaper Gem Fragments, unfortunately. It's not terribly important to be on with, though. I moved some of the quest books that I'd already read from my end table to the dresser, and it appears like that one did not get moved. So it's a great locket, but I did not make it. Seems actually true of those potions of vigorous healing. I also did not remember to count how many East Empire pendants there are, but oh well. Alright, we are off to Solstheim.
Captain Gallen does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
And the final descent. Let me check really quick to see if there are any East Empire pendants that I need to keep an eye out for in Raven Rock Mine. And if there aren't, then I can... I don't need to worry about too much. There is one in Raven Rock Mine. Actually two. One in the first room and one near the end. And actually, it leads to another area. Let's check if that area also has one. These are in alphabetical order, so no, it does not. Okay, we're good. Now that I need to keep an eye out for two, and know what both of them are. So there are a couple things that are kind of the quests that bring prominence to Raven Rock. One was stopping the ash spawn attacks on it, which I've done. One is getting Raven Rock Mine open again. I didn't actually mean to bring Serana, I forgot.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins.
Okay.
I think I see why
That's
now.
fine. Wait, this is the first room. And I found the thing last time, I think. You're in my way. Yeah, I already opened this one. I'm going to try and remember to use magic while I'm here. I have been very negligent in leveling that up. There's an iron ore there. What's back here? There's a skeleton there. I don't know if that's Scratchian.
I knew I heard something. That'll teach you.
I can't do a whole lot of damage with by magic, nor can I cast it as many times as I would like to. But with Serana's though, she revived one. Oh, she wouldn't do that. Alright. You can use whatever you want to remove the beams blocking the way forward. Alright, the other East Empire Company strong box here is right before the Iron Gate. So, it requires the key, but we were given the key, so no problem there.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Yeah, surround this powerful. She's still essential, even though she's not a vampire anymore. That sentence did not change.
I'm not gonna die like this.
Oh, it's just that. That's just no good. Nervous instructor. Good. That's right. Really? This one's already dead. I see your horns, Death Lord.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Alright.
Who's there?
Got some more fighting in here. Oh wow. This is bad. You know what? I am gonna put it back on Alex. I was gonna die in seconds. Look at all these guys. Just a Death Lord now. One Death Lord. He does have a shield, but... Ah.
Yes?
Oops. Pick a sword that I don't want. Feeling some discomfort in my digestive region. But I'll keep pushing on for now and take a break if I need to. So it's not the way forward, but if you do not have the ancient North pickaxe, you cannot mine the Skyrim deposit. Only the ancient Nordic pickaxe can mine Skyrim. Oh, Nest Jelly. Nest Jelly is fun. The first effect on Nest Jelly is paralysis. So if you are falling from a great height and eat a Nest Jelly, you'll be paralyzed, and you don't take fall damage while you're paralyzed. So it can save you from a fall. If you fell instead of jumping, therefore do not get a chance to become ethereal before you went off the edge. Last time I encountered one of those soul gems, I used I used wards. Come on. 3 Death Lords in here. This is actually a room I was thinking of in a previous dungeon. But I haven't been to Solstheim as many times as I've been to a lot of other places in the game, so I still sometimes get it confused. On the 360, I never actually did end up playing all of the DLC. The only one I actually ended up buying at that time was... did buy both Dawnguard and Hearthfire, but never got Dawnguard on the 360, which leaves it as a place where I'm not quite as familiar with it as I am with everything else in the game. I've still done everything on Solstheim several times, just not quite as many. Let's drop a save and continue on. Totem for Ice Spike there, just because it amuses me, and I know Ice Spike. I will use it to knock that soul gem down. Which I think is what it's trying to tell you, that you can use certain spells to knock those off their spots. You can use a bow too, bow and arrow. Or you can use wards to, here's my bow and arrow. You can also use wards to block their spell until you get close enough to remove it. Super, super obvious. Passage there. Just here to unlock this added level there. So I triggered the pressure plate and got poisoned. Alright. Actually another way that leads me down there so I don't have to hop off. If there actually is, but it's not a big deal. Here's Christian. Escaping is necessary. Reading his journal is optional. Let's get the treasure that's back here. And I read journals that aren't optional quest objectives. Why would I read one that is a possible objective? There's Milius and the Draugr. Lucian's Journal. 30th of Rain's Hand, 4th Era 10. Received a letter from the East Empire Company today. They say that some of the miners broke through the wall in Shaft 3 of Raven Rock Mine and found some ruins. I hope this is another waste of time like that fiasco they sent me to in Cyrodiil. I'll gather my assistant Milius and sail back to Raven Rock at first light. It'll be nice to see the old house in Solstheim again. 7th of 2nd Seed. Finally arrived in Raven Rock and was surprised at the number of dark elf refugees living in town. They aren't really from mining stock, but I think they'll make fine workers one day. Milius and I spent a good part of the day clearing the ash off of the roof of my house. The damn volcano is still erupting almost day and night. If it wasn't for the ash covering everything, it would almost look beautiful. Next day. Milius and I are headed into Raven Rock Mine to have a look at whatever it is the miners uncovered. I think I'll stop by the old swing and scoop and pick up a few supplies before we head down. Couldn't hurt to be prepared. Looks like the miners broke right through the wall of the old Nordic barrow. I've seen this sort of thing in Skyrim before. Damn Nords have barrows dotting the landscape and almost none of them are ever marked on any maps. Looks like this barrow belongs to something called the Blood Skull clan. I'm going to take some rubbings of the inscriptions on the tombs and see if I can't learn some more information from my history books. It's been a few days and I can't find even a single mention of this clan anywhere. Milius and I decided to proceed ahead. We've come to a drop-down point, but I can see a massive chamber below. It took the better part of a day to lower everything down and climb down the almost sheer drop. It's been an astonishing day of discovery. After exploring the large chamber beyond the drop-off, I was startled to find the strangest weapon I've ever laid eyes upon sitting on a pedestal of sorts. The blade appears to be flawless and is emitting a faint, chilling glow. Bits of parchment I found about the chamber seem to call this the Blood Skull Blade. Not certain if I should remove it yet. I think I'll sleep on it. And an illustration. I decided against my own better judgment to remove the Blood Skull Blade from its pedestal. Milius seems completely against it, but we need to bring this wondrous artifact with us when we find a way out of the barrow. I should have listened to Milius. The moment the blade was lifted, we were set upon by Draugr. Milius fought bravely, but he fell. I was able to destroy the remaining ones, but I was badly wounded. I can barely stand. My only chance will be finding a way out of this place, but I fear that I'm trapped. 14th? Exploring has been slow. I can only move for maybe a few minutes at a time before I have to rest. My supplies are running low, and I'm feeling weaker by the hour. The only progress I've made is finding a strange door with markings on it that I've never seen. There appears to be something to them I'm missing, as they've confounded my attempts at getting through. I'll have to study this further in order to make any progress. Barely can keep awake. I'm fairly certain that the key to the door involves the use of the Blood Skull Blade. When swinging the weapon, I'm noticing a ribbon of mystical energy emanating from it. I think by swinging the sword in different directions it's possible to manipulate this ribbon and solve whatever puzzle this door presents. I hope to get well enough to put this to the test soon. Each swing is a huge effort. I've lost track of time and my strength is fading. I can't even stand anymore. My wounds refuse to heal. I'm afraid this tomb will become my resting place. If anyone finds this journal, please send these notes to my superiors at the East Empire Company and tell my wife that I love her. May Arcade guide me to my final rest. So, there's an elixir of vigor
Oh,
left.
wow. This is gorgeous.
And Satchel.
I'm glad you're
You have to use the Blood Skull Blade to get out.
with me.
So there's horizontal markings. If you swing the blade horizontally, do a horizontal power attack. You move in. More stuff comes up. And now there are vertical markings. And then additional horizontal markings up top. And then one more vertical right down the middle. Let's take my time. To be delivered to stop them. Does it stop them? She got up eventually. Okay. Now we've got a big fight. Oh, you didn't think you were gonna get out of Ravenlock Mine in the following area without a boss fight, did you? Now we have one of the three dragon priests of Solstheim. Did some big damage on him quickly. Yeah, maybe not. The way back has now been blocked. I can only go forward. This will be the way out now. Once I'm done with this fight. See if I can manage to trap him. Now I got that magic left. Which is an issue. He does have a Dragon Priest Mask, Zakrusos. Increases shock resistance by 50% and shock spell damage by 25%. Matching what he was using. And why I did like no damage with my shock spell. There is a word wall here. It is the first word. If I actually did it. Maybe reload that. Strength Dragon Aspect. Once a day, take on the mighty aspect of a dragon, delivering colossal blows with an armored hide and more powerful shouts. So it's not a wait for it to recharge, it's a once a day thing. So, the next thing here is on the way out. There is a black book. Unfortunately, I need to take a break, so I will show you what the black book does in a little bit. Okay, I'm back in. So let's open this black book. The Winds of Change. Holy crap. Vines. And I am now, for the first time...
I know you, champion. The Agma Infinium was only the beginning. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library. If you tire of the search, read your book again to return to your life. For a time, the learner of Apocrypha will go back. It is your fate.
So this is my first of several trips to Hermaeus Mora's realm of Apocrypha. There are many books here, lots of ruined books too. So my quest is to learn the Black Book's hidden knowledge. There are 7 of them. You do not have to read all of them to complete the Dragonborn questline. You do not have to read all of them to get the Steam, Xbox, PlayStation achievement / trophies / whatever. But there are 7 in total, and I will be reading all of them. There is a spell tome that can only be found in Apocrypha. Conjure a Seeker. We saw a Seeker. We fought and killed it. We will fight and kill many more. We will probably run away from some as well. You can find a lot of books here, and because I have been hoarding books, like the nerd that I am the entire playthrough, a place like this that has so many books is exciting for me. So the Seekers are not like monstrously powerful, at least most of them aren't. The pools like that will often have tentacles coming out of them. Hermaeus Mora is not just the Daedric Prince of Knowledge, he is also the Daedric Prince of Hentai. That is not lore accurate, but it seems to be the case. Why else would he have so many tentacles all over his realm? I don't know. There are fonts of magicka throughout Apocrypha. You can activate them to get your magic back. If you feel unprepared, if you come in and feel unprepared for what you encounter, you can read the Black Book again to immediately leave. Also, if you lose all of your health while inside Apocrypha, Lurkers and Seekers will be a lot of what we fight here in Solstheim. There's also these scries. Whether you can actually open them and get what's inside them is... or no, that was one that opened the door. I'm thinking of something else. That's when it opened one, or that's when the activated one looks like. So as the first Black Book, it's not very long. It's basically just an introduction. Words and Philosophy. That is a skill book. You can find skill books in here too, and plenty of scrolls. So each black book, when you reach the end, will offer you 3 powers. They're also vessels. Alright, reconnected. It's temporarily disconnected from OBS. It also says my bitrate is 0 though.